needs a dictator yesterday, Trump is back today doubling down on the sentiment.
So the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. So a lot of people say, you know, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime. And you would think that Illinois would have such a problem with crime, such a bad governor. He should be calling me, and he should be saying, could you send over the troops, please? It's out of control.
Let's be crystal clear about what Trump is doing. He is normalizing us to this idea. He is saying it literally every day at this point. This was him just yesterday.
You know, when I have some slob like Pritzker criticizing us before we even go there, I made the statement that next should be Chicago, because as you all know, Chicago is a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him. Freedom, freedom. He's a dictator. He's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person.
And so his goal here is simple. It is to say it enough so that it loses its shock value. It's to ensure that Americans become immune, normalized to the idea that Donald Trump is a dictator and that we live in a dictatorship. This isn't a short-term play, it's a long-term one, and he'll keep repeating it on a daily basis to the point that it continues to allow us to adapt to the reality that he's trying to manifest into existence. And the technique Trump uses to diffuse responsibility off of himself is to say, quote, a lot of people are saying that we need a dictator. Not him, everybody else. Here's an easy hint. When Trump says that a lot of people are saying something, it's him. He is the person saying the thing. A lot of people in the United States are not saying that we need a dictator, other than, of course, the rabid sycophants that he surrounds himself with, like Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and the rest of these Trump officials whose mouths are attached to his ass. Otherwise, Trump is projecting his wishes onto the rest of us and using that as a way to normalize the rest of us to this idea that this is some widely accepted view in the United States of America. It's not, and do not delude yourselves into thinking that it is. And I already know the response from Republicans, the pushback here. Oh my God, he's just being funny. He's a comedian. He's clearly joking, and the alarmist libs are losing their minds over nothing. And that might carry some weight if Trump wasn't literally trying to undermine free and fair elections right now. If he wasn't demanding that states rig their elections by redrawing their maps mid-cycle, if he wasn't demanding an illegal mid-cycle census, if he wasn't deploying the U.S. military into American cities to be used against American citizens, you don't get to accuse the Democrats of crying alarmism when all of the things they're saying are true. So spare me the lectures about being hysterical. If any president in any other country on earth spoke the way Trump speaks right now and committed the actions Trump is committing right now, there would not be a single person in the United States who would hesitate for a second when asked if that guy was a dictator. We are not immune just because this is America. Saying patriotic buzzwords like freedom and liberty and the Constitution is not some magic shield against the same evil that's dragged so many other countries down the pit of autocracy. It's happened all over the world on nearly every continent. It's happened in Germany and Hungary and Russia and China and South America and Africa and the Middle East, and it can happen here too, and is happening here right now. The fact that we have a spineless Republican Party that cares more about their own jobs than the future of this country is why it's allowed to happen. The fact that we've got people like Mike Johnson and John Thune allowing Donald Trump to run roughshod over this country, the fact that these people are nothing more than spineless little bitches, more afraid of Trump than they are concerned about helping their own constituents, is how we landed here. I mean, just look at what Marco Rubio used to be before becoming a wholly owned subsidiary of Donald Trump.
You compared Donald Trump to a third world dictator yesterday in an interview with the New York Times. How so?
Well, I don't know about a dictator. I said a third world strongman. He's running for president, so no matter what, he won't be a dictator unless our republic completely crumbles, which I don't anticipate it will. But yeah, here's what happens in many countries around the world. You have a leader that emerges and basically says, don't put your faith in yourselves, don't put your faith in society, put your faith in me. I'm a strong leader, and I'm going to make things better all by myself. This is very typical. You see it in the third world. You see it a lot in Latin America for decades. It's basically the argument he's making that he single-handedly is going to turn the country around. We've never been that kind of country. We have a president. The president is an American citizen who serves for a period of time, constrained by the constitutions and the powers vested in that office. The president works for the people, not the people for the president. And if you listen to the way he describes himself and what he's going to do, he's going to single-handedly do this and do that without regard for whether it's legal or not. Look, I think people are going to have to make up their mind. I can tell you this, no matter what happens in this election, for years to come, there are many people on the right, in the media, and voters at large that are going to be having to explain and justify how they fell into this trap of supporting Donald Trump.
These people are weak, small, impotent cowards more concerned with proximity to power than their oaths of office and the Americans they purport to represent. They crow about the Constitution and then align themselves with a guy who has spent every day this week suggesting that America needs a dictator. Fuck these people and fuck the party that they represent. And as for their voters, I'm not here to attack you, I'm here to ask you if you got what you voted for. During the campaign, Trump promised lower prices. Prices are rising. Trump promised inflation would fall. Inflation's been rising since March. He said earned benefits would be protected. He just cut Medicaid to 17 million Americans. He said he'd stop foreign wars. He's being humiliated by Putin and is a tool of Netanyahu. He hasn't done anything he said he would do. You do not work for him, he works for you. You do not owe him anything, and especially your continued support. He owes you to make good on his promises. He is not entitled to your support because you identify as a Republican or an independent. You're not on his payroll. He is on yours. And if you're not getting what you were promised, then you have a duty, an obligation to yourself to hold him to account. This is not a monarchy or a dictatorship, much to Trump's dismay. You still have the ability to make your voice heard, so use it. Very much like this man did right here.
I am pissed, and I'm pissed at you because I have emailed you because it's easier for me than to try to talk on the phone without profanity. I would appreciate you taking your father's U.S. Constitution book, read it, study it, make your own lines underneath it, and get Trump out of office. The man is a dictator. He knows nothing about what he talks about. I listened to him for about a half hour today, and I got sick at all the lies he brought up. You need to take your head out of Trump's ass and start doing your representation of us.
So it is time for everyone to speak out. Trump is clear about the direction he wants to bring this country in. The small, nothing men he surrounds himself with are only emboldening him. So it's on us to push back loudly, forcefully, every minute of the day to anyone who will listen. Dictators don't give up power willfully. Our job is to ensure that he has no choice. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.